Shall we proceed to the next topic? We were discussing in the previous lectures about the property of Fourier transform. My voice is clear? Am I audible clearly?
सर माइक थोड़ा पास कर लीजिए सर प्लीज.
माइक पास कर लिया है, अब ठीक है.
यस सर, बेटर. थैंक यू.
So moving to the next property of Fourier transform, that is uh, duality property. Duality property of Fourier transform. You will understand this of how this duality works by doing some example. See, tell me the Fourier transform of delta t. Fourier transform of delta t. It is 1. And you have also derived the Fourier transform for a constant or the Fourier transform of 1. Fourier transform of 1 we have derived already. That was 2 pi delta omega, isn't it? If you recall the previous lecture, then you will find this was the result. Take another example. If time domain function e to the power j omega t, it is a phasor of frequency omega naught having amplitude 1, and the Fourier transform of this was 2 pi delta omega minus omega naught. And you see in the first example, if this is delta function and the Fourier transform is 1, in this case, if you shift the Fourier, you shift in time domain, then you will see that f delta t minus t naught, and the Fourier transform of this shifted delta function will be shift in time domain will not affect the magnitude spectrum. It will always be same and only change the frequency spectrum, isn't it? So one will remain as it is, and frequency shift will be e to the power j omega t naught. By noting these two examples, you will see I am discussing this example because we have already seen the result. You see, already we have discussed in the previous lecture. You can go through the previous lectures and you will find the results. Yes. See what to note in these two examples, that if time domain signal delta t the frequency spectrum is constant and 1, and if 1 is 1 in time domain function and their Fourier transform will be another delta function, means if you change the function from time domain to frequency domain, it will be change the other domain respectively. Here delta function in time domain and it is constant in frequency domain, and if constant in frequency domain, another delta function in time domain. Another example, see here phasor frequency domain function will be impulse, shifted impulse, and if time domain function is shifted impulse, it will be a phasor in the frequency domain. So the Fourier transform is a tool that changes the nature of the radiation in time domain and frequency domain. Basically, change, you can say exchange the nature of radiation in time domain and frequency domain. Whatever the variation in time domain, that will be in the frequency domain, isn't it? You can see this by two examples. So this is a kind of called dual behavior. Dual. This is dual. In general, we can note the duality property that Fourier transform of f of t is f of omega, and this capital F, if this function is in time domain, in that case 2 pi f of this is small f, that was the function in time domain, will become in frequency. This is the summary of these two examples. This is called duality property of Fourier transform. Do one example and try to understand what we have discussed. That if a function, time domain function f of t is equal to 1 by a plus j 2 pi t, then find the frequency domain representation of Fourier transform. If you recall the previous some example where any function like exponential e to the power minus 80, it was in time domain, and their frequency domain representation was 1 by a plus j omega. Equivalently, it can be written as 1 by a plus 2 pi f j omega. Correct? I think you all remember this. In the same way, you can find the Fourier transform of this. This is the complex time domain signal. And here see this equation 1. In this, any time domain function was e to the power minus a t u t, and their Fourier transform is 1 by a plus j 2 pi f. And here in this question, it is required to find that 1 by a plus j 2 pi t. Here f and here t. Everything is same. Function is same, only this is f of omega. This is f of omega, isn't it? And in time domain, it is f of t. So you can see there is a relationship. Only that exchange is that time is replaced with the frequency. So your Fourier transform of the required function f of t is equal to a plus j 2 pi t. Its Fourier transform will be, accordingly you can find that this time domain function replaced with f e to the power minus a f into u f. Sorry, u of minus f, because the property that f is replaced with t is replaced with minus f. Here also minus f, so it will become s. It is very simple to use. This is the Fourier transform of this time domain. So this type of property you can use to find the Fourier transform. Take another example also, so that you can find. F of t is equal to 1 by pi t. Find the Fourier transform of this. Find Fourier transform. So you have to recall that this function, frequency domain function 1 by pi f. What is the time domain function of this frequency domain function? What is the time domain function? This is in the frequency domain f of f. So what is the f of t for this function? And if you find this function, then again this function is considered as a result of this frequency domain function, but only exchange you have to do that t, this t will be replaced by t is replaced by small f, and you have to multiply 2 by l. This will be the Fourier transform of this function. Okay, so do some practice so that it will be more clear. Another property of Fourier transform is called area property. Area property of Fourier. See, let's say f of t is time domain function and its Fourier transform is f of omega, where f of omega is integration from minus infinity to infinity f of t e to the power minus j omega t dt. In this function, put omega is equal to 0 and see what will happen. It will become f of 0 is equal to integration from minus infinity to infinity f of t, and e to the power something, it will be 0, e to the power 0 will 1. So this is integration of it. So it means in the Fourier transform function, if you put omega is equal to 0, you will get a the value at 0 frequency. In the similar way, if you take the inverse Fourier transform, where f of t is equal to 1 by 2 pi integration from minus infinity to infinity f of omega e to the power j omega t d omega. In this function, if you put t is equal to 0, so it will become f of 0 is equal to 2 pi integration from minus infinity to plus infinity f of omega and d omega. So any frequency domain function, if you have to integrate this function, rearranging this term, here you will find that 2 pi f of 0 is equal to integration from minus infinity to infinity f of omega d of omega. So if you integrate some function in frequency domain, and result you will find that f of 0 multiplied with 2 pi. See this result, integration in omega domain, in frequency domain, the result will be the time domain function, put t is equal to 0 and multiplied with 2 pi. Earlier, what was that? When integration in time domain, you have to calculate integration in time domain. See this integration in time domain function. This is time domain function, integration of f of t from minus infinity to plus infinity. This will be same as the frequency domain function, put omega is equal to 0. So this will be very helpful to solve some integration type of question if you find anywhere. Mostly this type of question will ask in the competitive exams. So use this property, find the integration from minus infinity to plus infinity sin t divided by t dt. Can you find this integration? If you apply your concept from earlier, you have studied that in the 12th or after 12th, or you can say in the first, second, third semester, whatever. Whenever you have studied the integration, apply your concept and try to find the Fourier transform of this. or you will not able to find, put your effort that we have discussed here. How will you find? Can we write sin t by t as a sampling function that we have discussed? Sin t divided by v, this is sampling function. This type of thing we have discussed. This is in time domain function. And if you integrate this time domain function, that will same as the function in frequency domain up to omega is equal to 0 frequency value. And sampling function, as you know, what is the frequency domain function? That will be, suppose f of 0 put omega is equal to 0. So you have to find a frequency domain function and put omega is equal to 0. सैम्पलिंग फंक्शन सैम टी, इसके लिए तुम निकालो एक टाइम डोमेन फंक्शन, व्हाट इज दैट, ट्राई टू फाइंड. If you find this question, then do one another problem. Integration from minus infinity to plus infinity sin square t divided by t square t. These two questions are very simple. So if you will say, then I will solve here, or otherwise I will leave it to you. बोलो, कुछ बोलो. Let me solve. I think no one will say anything. What is the actual function? Your time domain function is sin t by t. You have to find the Fourier transform of this function. And if you find Fourier transform, put omega is equal to 0. To find this Fourier transform, it is not so easy. You have to apply some other property that we have discussed earlier, that just before typing. That is duality property. Because if you recall a gate function, f of t, like this type of time domain function, minus t by 2 to plus t by 2, and the value is 1. Its Fourier transform is, no need to solve with the conventional approach, directly you can write here result. That what was the result? If you not recall, you will apply here concept. That first term coefficient is the area of this. Area of this function is, this is width
T
multiplied with 1. Area is t. And after that, sine omega t divided by 2. Length is, this width is 2 t, and width is t divided by 2. This is this is the Fourier transform of gate. Now in this gate function, see, this is in the Fourier domain, frequency domain. You have to do some modification. You have to apply here duality property, so that this sampling function will become in time domain, and respective this gate function will become in frequency domain. Because see here, this sin t by t type of function is present in the time domain, but here sin t by t present in the omega domain. You have to apply duality. How will you do?
सर बहुत स्लो आ रही है सर आपकी।
I'm saying that a time domain function, this rectangular gate kind of function is time domain function, and its Fourier transform is sin omega t by 2 divided by omega t by 2. This can be written very simply that we have discussed earlier. समझ में आ रही है ना, ये इसमें कोई दिक्कत नहीं है ना। बताओ।
यस सर।
इसमें कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। ये तुम्हारा फ्रीक्वेंसी डोमेन फंक्शन है। ये एक्चुअल में तुम्हारा रिक्वायरमेंट क्या है? रिक्वायरमेंट तुम्हारा साइन टी बाई टी, ये टाइम डोमेन फंक्शन होना चाहिए। तो इसमें डुअलिटी लगाओ। इन दिस फंक्शन पुट ओमेगा इज इक्वल टू टी। तुम्हारा क्या हो जाएगा ये फंक्शन? टी साइन टी कैपिटल टी डिवाइडेड बाय 2, ठीक है, डिवाइडेड बाय टी इंटू कैपिटल टी डिवाइडेड बाय। तो फ्रीक्वेंसी डोमेन फंक्शन क्या हो जाएगा इधर? यहाँ पे इस फंक्शन में t इज इक्वल टू माइनस ओमेगा रिप्लेस है ना, ये किए थे, और 2 पाई से मल्टीप्लाई, तो 2 पाई से मल्टीप्लाई करो और t को रिप्लेस कर दो ओमेगा से। ये तुम्हारा t एक्सिस क्या है? ओमेगा एक्सिस बन जाएगा। ये फंक्शन ओमेगा बन जाएगा। सिंपली ये एज इट इज रह जाएगा। ये फंक्शन तुम्हारा एफ ऑफ ओमेगा हो जाएगा। ये विड्थ कैपिटल टी तो एज इट इज रखना है, वो तो कांस्टेंट वैल्यू है। और ये मैग्नीट्यूड 1 है। बेसिकली ये 1 में ये 2 पाई जो मल्टीप्लाई किए हो, यहाँ पे 2 पाई मल्टीप्लाई होगा, है ना। तो अब ये तुम्हारा ये क्या बन गया? फोरियर ट्रांसफॉर्म। सिंपल है, लेकिन अभी भी तुम्हारा रिक्वायर्ड फंक्शन नहीं है। रिक्वायर्ड फंक्शन में तुमको कुछ मॉडिफिकेशन करना है। व्हाट मॉडिफिकेशन? दैट इफ यू पुट कैपिटल T इज इक्वल टू 2 सेकेंड, ये फंक्शन क्या हो जाएगा? 2 साइन T और 2 divided by 2, that is here also small t capital T का वैल्यू 2 पुट करो, इसका फोरियर ट्रांसफॉर्म क्या हो जाएगा? ये। और t इक्वल टू 2 पुट किए तो इधर भी t इक्वल टू 2 पुट करो। दिस ओमेगा, दिस इज एफ ऑफ ओमेगा। t का वैल्यू 2 पुट किए हैं, ये 2 divided by 2, इट विल बिकम -1, इट विल बिकम +1, हियर 2 पाई, है ना। अब देखो यहाँ पे दोनों साइड 2 है, यहाँ भी 2 है, यहाँ भी कैंसिल बोथ 2। व्हाट विल चेंज? sin t divided by t, and its Fourier transform will be a rectangular gate pulse having magnitude pi of omega. This is -1, this is +1, this is 0. And in this function, tell me f of 0 is what? ओमेगा का वैल्यू जब 0 पुट करोगे यहाँ पे, तो ये यहाँ पे ओमेगा इक्वल टू 0 है, तो वैल्यू क्या है ये? बताओ, कोई कुछ बताओ भाई।
पाई।
-1 से +1 के बीच में हर एक जगह पाई ही है। तो ओमेगा इक्वल टू 0 पे कुछ है, 1 पे कुछ है, कुछ है, पाई ही है ना। अपना रिक्वायरमेंट क्या था? सेम थिंग, ओमेगा इज इक्वल टू 0 पे फ्रीक्वेंसी डोमेन स्पेक्ट्रम का वैल्यू क्या है। जो प्रॉपर्टी ये बताया, इंटीग्रेशन प्रॉपर्टी एफ ऑफ टी sin t divided by t integration, this value will be pi, which will be equal to f of 0. कितना सिंपल है, इंटीग्रेशन का कोई कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं अप्लाई किया है, सिर्फ तो ये ट्रांसफॉर्म का कॉन्सेप्ट अप्लाई किया। So this is the answer. Try to solve another question. Now another see property of Fourier transform, that power spectral density and energy spectral density. Spectral density. Energy of any function can be calculated integration from minus infinity to plus infinity f of t whole square and dt. This is the energy. And suppose integration is expanded and this f and the f you can separately write like multiplication of ft and ft dt. And this one ft is replaced with the another right in the form of inverse Fourier transform. Similarly, this can be written in the inverse Fourier transform, that will be integration from minus infinity to plus infinity 1 by 2 pi f of omega e to the power j omega t d omega. This is another f of t. This is f of t only, but expressed in the form of inverse Fourier transform, and another dt. This, try to rearrange all the terms. Constant 1 by 2 pi, keep outside from the integration, and integration from minus infinity to plus infinity f of omega. Another integration from minus infinity to plus infinity f of t e to the power j omega t dt and d omega. By rearranging all the terms, we will get the same. Why to represent in this term, you will see that this can be written in the form of conjugate of f of omega. This expression is the conjugate of f of omega. F of omega is the ft e to the power minus j omega t dt, integration of this term from minus infinity to plus. And if you take the conjugate, this minus j will be replaced by plus j, and this will term this. So now again rearrange this term and write in the form of f of omega, f of conjugate of omega, and d of omega. Or here two the complex term taking in the form of conjugate, you can write as a magnitude. You write like this, same term. This function, what was this? This term was energy, है ना, एनर्जी कैलकुलेट कर रहे थे, टाइम डोमेन से स्टार्ट किए थे, बट एनर्जी इन द टर्म ऑफ फ्रीक्वेंसी ऑल्सो वी कैन राइट लाइक दिस. So I was showing that energy can also be calculated in the form of frequency. Now differentiate this to with respect to omega. dE by d omega is equal to, or in the term of absolute frequency table representation 1 by 2 pi. This integration here omega is replaced by 2 pi f. It is 2 pi and this 2 pi will cancel out. Let me write detail. E is equal to integration from minus infinity to plus infinity is 2r. From here 2 pi and this 2 pi will get cancelled out. Now differentiate with respect to f. It will become integration and differentiation will get cancelled out. And this term is called the energy spectral density. Energy spectral density. This is the Fourier transform of the step, the magnitude, and after the whole square. So this term is called the energy spread over the range of frequency. Energy spectral density states that the density of the energy or the energy spread over the range of frequency. Clearly, what is the energy spectral density? Now it is clear. So if any function is present in time domain and you have to calculate the energy, you can also calculate the energy, but express the term in the frequency domain and take the mod after that whole square and integrate the term. You will find get the energy of the function. Or you can express that in the term of like energy is equal to area of energy spectral density. Another property of Fourier transform is the convolution property. Convolution property of Fourier transform. Suppose f of t and h of t, two functions are in time domain. Their Fourier transform in frequency domain is h of omega and h of omega. Then if you convolve these two functions in time domain, you take the convolution of this ht and ft, so their Fourier transform will be same as the product of respective Fourier transforms. You can also prove this property very easily by the same conventional approach, but not required, but you will see this always is fine. If you find two functions are convolved in time domain, their frequency domain representation is multiplied, result will be same. So do the example and see what happens. Find the convolution of, actually this property is very helpful when you, this property is note, this property is very helpful when you find the response of LTI system. Earlier we have discussed that convolution is basically the mathematical operation that is used to find the response of any LTI system. So in time domain, convolution approach is very lengthy calculation. इंटीग्रेशन ये of t और h of t का ये convolution यदि time domain में करोगे, this is equal to integration from minus infinity to plus infinity f of tau h t minus tau t tau. This integration you have to solve. But when you find this is a response, but you will find the same result when you transform this ft and ht in frequency domain and simply multiply that. So the question is, find the response of LTI system if f of t is equal to ut minus 3. Efficient is 4. This is ft and ht is 5 ut minus u of t minus 2. Find the response of LTI system. Means you have to find the convolution of these two functions. Response means the convolution of the two functions. F of t and h of t are given in the mathematical expression, so you can write the graphical representation also, and it will be 0 to 3 having amplitude 4. This is ft and another function ft and ht is 0 to 2 and magnitude is 5. Convolution of these two functions you can find by two techniques. One is directly find the response in time domain itself, but you can also approach through the frequency domain. So you have to individually calculate the frequency response or frequency representation or the Fourier transform of ft, that is f of omega and h of omega. These two you have to find. Try to find. Can you find? Can anyone find? Find Fourier transform of this, find Fourier transform of this, and then multiply them. Y will be equal to f of y of omega. That will be also in the frequency representation in the frequency domain only. Y of omega is equal to f of omega. After that, inverse Fourier transform, you will find y of that value. This very simple approach you have to go through. I will not solve for you. But I will show you the results so that you can verify. See, let's say another shortcut trick is also there. One function. This shortcut is applicable only for rectangular gate pulse. Keep in mind. T1 f of t convolution with another h of t and 0 to t2. Its result will be only for shortcut, only for rectangular gate. Its result will be y of t. See, 0 plus 0. Suppose let's say this is generalized value so that you cannot get. This is T1. This is T2. This is T3 and this is T4. 4 points you have to identify at starting point of the gate pulse and ending point of the gate pulse. So it will be either trapezium or triangle. Here this first starting point will be T1 plus T3. This point will be T2 plus T4. And the area 1, its area will be area 2, its area will be area 1 multiplied by area 2. According to this is A1 amplitude A2. So you have to find A using this inequality. Area 1, area 2, you have to calculate and you will find the value of maximum. This shortcut trick you have to apply. You will find, or let me complete this result for you. This is the first rectangular gate pulse starting from 0 to 3, magnitude 1, and convolve with another triangular gate pulse, rectangular gate pulse starting from 0 to 2, and value is 1. This is ft, this was ht. Correct? Its result will be like this. 0 plus 0 will be starting point 0, 3 plus 2 will be 5, this is the ending point, and one corner will be there, another corner, and this corner you have to also find. This corner will be the sum of, let me write in the previous result, this starting, this corner and this corner you can find by adding. This corner will be T1 plus T4, and this corner will be T2 plus. So alternate time so that you can see alternate time values are added. According to this, 0 plus 2, one corner will be this 0 plus 2, and another corner will be 2. 0 plus 0, this is one time. 0 plus 2, this is another time. 0 plus 3, this is another time, and 3 plus 2, this is it. 5. So total you will see 4 corners are present, and 4 times value you can also obtain from all these available results. This will be 2. area is equal to 3. Here area equal to 2. So its area will be 6. Now by comparing the area of trapezium is 2 into height. Suppose this height is A, and sum of the parallel arms of this trapezium, that is from 2 to 3, this is 1 and this is 5. 1 plus 5. It will be equal to 6. So A will be equal to 2. So according to this, you have to go through very shortcut method.
सर ये रिजल्टेंट हमेशा ट्रेपेजियम ही बनेगा?
This will be trapezium when T1, T2, T3 and T4 ये width unequal रहेगा. ये width unequal width. Suppose this width is W1 and this width is W2. For unequal width, it will be trapezium, and for equal width means W1 is equal to W2, it will be triangle. See, automatically trapezium triangle is a special case of trapezium where these two, here also you will add two value will get, here also two value will get. Automatically these 2 points will sync and it will be coincide with each other. Suppose here I have added 0 plus 2, it will be 2. 0 plus 3, it will be 3. Suppose here also there was 2. Then what will happen? This will also be 2, this will also be 2. These 2 points will coincide to each other. Automatically this trapezium will be modified to a triangle. So this is general. Triangle is a special case of this. You can use this to verify. This type of question many times asked in the GATE examination. You can solve previous year GATE examination. This type of question many times coming in other examination also. C f of t is equal to e to the power minus at ut. And another function h of t is equal to e to the power minus dt ut. Find the response of LTI system. You can also find by a simple technique y is equal to e to the power integration from minus infinity to plus infinity f of tau h t minus tau and d tau. Solve this integration, or otherwise you will find this y of omega is equal to f of omega h of omega, where this is very simple result. You can recall a plus j omega and 1 by a plus b plus j omega, b plus j omega, and take the inverse. Try to solve this. By partial fraction you can solve this also. You will get a minus b. I have a result, so I write for you. A plus j omega, take minus 1 by b plus j omega. Verify this whether I am correct or not. and so y of t will be equal to minus 1 by a minus b. This will be e to the power minus at and minus e to the power minus bt ut. This will be your time domain response of the system. Similarly, convolution property is also described in the frequency domain, and the result convolution in frequency domain. If f of omega and h of omega are convolved with each other, its Fourier transform or inverse Fourier transform, its inverse Fourier transform will be 1 by 2 pi f of t multiplied with it means you will see that multiplication in time domain results in the convolution in frequency domain. You can note multiplication in one domain is in either frequency or time, will result in convolution in other. This is important result, and you will use this result for any kind of question that you will face anywhere. Another is also integration in time domain. Integration property. Integration property says if f of t and f of omega are related, then integration of f of t, its Fourier transform will be f of omega divided by j omega plus pi delta omega and f of So I am stopping here. We will discuss from here in the next class. Do you have any kind of doubt? Any question that we have discussed till now? If not, we should stop here.